Hey guys, James from James Art Photography here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things you need to do before booking your wedding photographer. Let's do this. Point number 1, you must have a venue and a date. There is no point contacting photographers and any other vendors for that matter if you don't have a date. I know a lot of people are tempted, they get engaged and they feel, I want to start throwing emails out and getting in touch with people just to see what prices are and all that sort of stuff and start gauging the market. But it is ultimately a bit of a waste of your time and a waste of all the vendors' times as well if you don't have a date, because they're going to want to talk to you a little bit more about this. So what do you need to do? You need to start looking at venues. Once you find some venues that you love, go and meet with them. And when you meet with them and you find the one that is really the venue you love and you fall in love with it straight away, you need to book a date in. Once you've got the date, now you can go and start contacting everyone else. Point number 2, guys, big one, set a budget. You've heard this before from everybody who's ever gotten married or any vendor who you've ever spoken to. There is no point looking at photographers, or again, any other vendors for that matter, if your budget for photography is say $500, but the person you're looking at charges $15,000. There's no point doing that. You're gonna waste your time, you're gonna waste their time as well. What you need to do is sit down with your partner, work out exactly what budget you got for the whole wedding, and then work out what you've got for each individual component. So in this case, obviously photography, your budget might be $4,000. You now have some ammunition to work out which photographers you are gonna go and speak to. Very important, set your budget. Point number 3, their style. We're talking about photographers here. So every photographer has their own specific style. I've got a specific style. People who are in the same industry as me have differing styles. And this is kind of what you're looking at when you're deciphering which one of us you're gonna choose. Do you like everything really light and bright, like really vibrant colors? Do you like things dark and moody and really kind of edgy? Are you massive on black and white, or do you hate black and white and you only love color? Go on Google, start searching for people in your area. So for me, it might be Hunter Valley or Newcastle, and start looking and seeing what photos resonate with you and start to work out what kind of style you want from a photographer for your wedding day. Point number 4, personality match. You've heard me speak about this before and you've seen me write about it before. I know you have. Personality match is a big thing. You're gonna have a photographer there with you for probably like 10 hours throughout the entire day. It's not like a lot of other vendors where they might deliver their stuff beforehand, like a wedding dress or florals or stuff like that. I'm with you all day, and I'm pretty close to you as well. Like, I'm gonna get in your face, I'm gonna be around your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your friends and your family. So it's really important that you and I get along, or whichever photographer you choose. So what you wanna start doing once you find a style that you like is work out what you want from your photographer's personality. Do you want someone who's weird, crazy, and outgoing, loud and bubbly and energetic, and they're really gonna mingle with the guests and get involved? Or do you really want someone who's a lot more polished, professional and quiet, introverted, and they're just gonna kind of ghost around and get the job done? That's something that you need to work out for yourself. It differs for everybody, but once you've got that down and you know the style that you want of the photographer, your budget and your venue, you are on the home stretch. And point number 5, don't shoot yourself in the foot by contacting 100 photographers. Again, this goes for other vendors as well. Now that you kind of know all the information you need to know about who you might be looking to choose, just pick a few. Go on Google or wherever you're searching for them and find the 3 or 4 that you absolutely love. You know, you've seen their About Us page, they sound like your kind of people, their style is exactly yours. If their prices are on their page, you know they're within your budget. If not, you know, that might be a question that you can ask when you contact them. And send out a contact, send out an email, and be prepared to get on the phone. Photographers, particularly myself included, we're gonna wanna talk on the phone as soon as possible because we wanna get a lot more information about your wedding and your plans and kind of what you're wanting from us that we can't get via back and forth with email. So it's a massive thing that you're sending out those emails to only a few people, because if you're gonna get on the phone with them, you don't wanna be having 30 or 40 or 50 phone calls. You're gonna lose track of who was who you liked, who you didn't like, and you're now just gonna end up in a state of panic and get nothing done. So do yourself a favor, send out 3, 4 at the most emails, get on the phone with those people. If you don't find anyone in those 3 or 4, then start sending a couple more out. But you know what? You probably are gonna find a photographer in that first 3 or 4. I'm a complete liar. Bonus point number 6. do yourself an engagement shoot. If you follow me on social media or you've read any of my blog posts, you will know, as well as I know and as well as everybody else knows, engagement shoots are crucial. Why? Because it gives me an opportunity to get to know you and you an opportunity to get to know me. Am I the personality match for you? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Would you rather find that out at the engagement session or find that out when you're actually doing the wedding? Because once I'm there at the wedding, I can't turn around and get you another photographer. So we want to do engagement sessions. It gives us an opportunity to basically iron everything out, work out how to get the best out of you and get you comfortable in front of my camera. So it's a massive, massive point. Speak to whoever you choose as your wedding photographer and get them to do an engagement photo shoot. If you can't choose and you haven't chosen by this point, get a couple of engagement photo shoots. It will make sure that the decision you make about what photographer you choose is the perfect one. All right, guys, so those are the 6 things you need to do before choosing a wedding photographer. Now, a lot of this can be translated to other wedding vendors. So, feel free to use this kind of a guide for everything you do. But when it comes down to choosing an actual wedding photographer, if you follow these steps and really stick to them and pay attention to them, don't just kind of treat it like any other random decision. This is a massive decision. The photographer is the person in charge of capturing your biggest day for you to immortalize and have in print and in album form for the rest of your life to pass down to your children and your grandchildren. So don't take this decision lightly. Follow the steps and you will be absolutely fine.